Hi, Meryl Streep. First of all, before we begin any of this, I think you're an incredible actress, one of the very best. You've played a lot of extraordinary roles, but your performance in The Devil Wears Prada was probably only outdone by Steve Carell's impersonation of you in The Office. So I don't agree with President-elect Trump that you're overrated. I do agree, however, that you're wrong about this. Somewhere in here, I think you missed the point.
And this instinct to humiliate, when it's modeled by someone in the public platform, by someone powerful, it filters down into everybody's life because it kind of gives permission for other people to do the same thing. Disrespect invites disrespect. Violence incites violence. When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose.
The instinct to humiliate, that was your phrase. Ironically, how Hollywood is treating President-elect Donald Trump is a perfect example of this. He was part of your clique for 90% of his public life. Now you've disowned him because of his political beliefs. What Streep means is she values freedom of speech for she, but not for me. If she doesn't want to hear it, we can't say it. Or if she doesn't want to hear it, it's fake news. What Meryl Streep forgot in her touching speech is intolerance breeds intolerance. Close-mindedness breeds bullying. Shaming people for their political views breeds groupthink. And I can think of no better example of that than Hollywood. Shall we talk about the dignity of life here? On that stage in the third and final presidential debate, Hillary Clinton admitted she supported late-term abortion, insinuating that ripping a baby from her mother's womb the day before birth was justified if something terrible had been discovered about the pregnancy. Something terrible meaning, of course, fetal abnormalities. Where was Meryl Streep standing up for those voiceless victims with special needs who need us to protect them? When then State Senator Barack Obama refused to vote to protect or give any medical care to babies born after botched abortions in Illinois, where was Hollywood? Where was Meryl Streep standing up for their dignity? Last week, when a disabled white man was tortured and humiliated in a hate crime broadcast live on Facebook, perpetuated by a group of black teenagers who screamed "F white people" at him while they cut him and beat him, where was Hollywood speaking out and standing up for him? I didn't hear any of your voices then. That's because these people in Hollywood, they're actors. That's what they are, they're actors. They're entertainers. They're not moral warriors. They forget that reality is not subjective, it's objective. You can read off a script, but it doesn't make it real. When you stand up and applaud for a man who pled guilty to raping a 13-year-old girl, you lose credibility. Where were you when President Obama mocked the Special Olympics? On all these things, your silence was deafening. And that's my final point tonight. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. Also, if you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. Don't forget, if you miss an episode of Tipping Point, you can now go back and watch the archives up to 2 weeks ago on cloudtv.com. There are 2 weeks worth of episodes saved there, cloudtv.com. In the meantime, catch us live here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.